Hello, this is Plum Silver. All right, and we're going to do the Grand Tableau for the USA. The star is the card I picked, and it ended up being in the house of tree. That's interesting because we have to find where the tree is, and it's in the ring. So already we know there's something important in the United States that is at the heart of what's going on in their energy in the present. Now we have the candidate, because we know it's the election, because you see we've got in the house the rider, and the rider is in the house of star. So okay, we know that they have to make a choice. They have to make a choice, and it will be diverted. Somehow there's going to be a man, a very witty man, that is at war with, you see the tower there, you see with the tower, and he's bringing some clarity into for the public to see it in the tower, something that it can be more trustworthy. He's got more positive cards. He's got the heart at the top, as if you're going to be in the house of clover, if you're going to be sort of casting your vote or taking gambling who's going to be the next person in the house, because there's an enemy in the house. We got the mountain in the house, and the mountain is, it's kind of a mystery that people are still not knowing. But that whole battle debate with the mice here in the house of bird is like talking. They're a bit stressed, you see, because we've got the left here. Kamala is has all the negative cards around here. So the United States, the energy, what's going on is definitely, he's got more wit about how he speaks out, and he's at war with the left there, which are breaking it down. He's breaking them down. Is the pressure he's going to put on, well, the left and the allies, because you see, we got in the house of fox. The fox is in the bouquet, okay? And so you got the house of the bouquet, and the bouquet, where is the bouquet? The gift of this whole United States, what we're like seeing being given to us, is wise, because it's in the house. It's to bring some harmony in the house, and something's going to end. But something's going to end, and it might be something that is going to be very big ending. There's something big happening, and very heavily. This is what it's going to end right there. You see the path, that choice of choosing them, they're ending, and this is going to be big, and the public is going to recognize it. Because it's going to end. You see, we've got the moon. You see, that's the house of the moon. The moon is in the house of coffin. The coffin, it's like when that information, more information, things that have been hidden, that is going to give trouble to the left, which are breaking down. They're doing that for our favor. The left are breaking down. Everything went to the right right now, and that force has to happen. And I think it's going to influence other countries around it. And see, the gentleman is in the house of scythe, and the scythe is in the house of gentleman. Well, there you go. You know, and then at the top, it's got the enemy. But just with arguments and debates and bringing clarity into the garden, which is the public, and that's going to move the United States here in the stars into a much healthier way that it wants to sort of engage. You see that trees in the house of ring, and the ring is where's the ring? I just saw it a minute ago. The ring is anchor. Okay, so people are going to start committing and understanding that the engagement, the goal that they have is to plant right through the mice and breaking them down, to end them, and the ones that are deteriorating the country. They're actually the enemy, because they're in the house right now. Well, from what they're in the house. They're the ones we're seeing. The public, the public has to see who's in the house, what are they doing, how they're deteriorating the country. The United States is right now having a conversation, a debate, and all this information. So a war of information, because see, we've got all this right here at the center. It's like the whip is like back and forth exercising, you know, arguments. And then you've got the mice here. It's to break down all that information. And we got the book. It's to bring clarity. So you know this is all about this. This is a war of information. But the fox, we've got in the house of fox, we've got the Trump card, the allies, and they're very strong. And on top of it, if you notice in some of my other Grand Tableau because there's a system to this. And that's the reason I'm doing the Grand Tableau, to show you the, how it lays out. It's going to paint a story in the moment. The lilies on top of the fish here. That's wise kind of gift here, because it's announced a bouquet, and the bouquet here is the wise and the lilies. So you see that it's repeating. It's telling me, go pay attention to the lilies. And they're confused. Well, you see, it's in the house of cloud. It's not really confusing. It's not, we're not seeing it. We're like, there's the white hats. There is actually some truth to this, I think. It's just because they're sort of a behind the scene. Eventually, I think we may end up seeing them come out of the House of Coffin. Maybe we will see it. But we've got this, in the House of Star, we've got the writers. So this war of information, because it is a war of information, the United States, this is what, at the root of everything, it's all about how people are getting informed, but just to break down the left that is dysfunctional, and it's the enemy in the house, because we got the mountain in the house, and that, just that information, that mystery, because when you look at the book, and it's in the House of Mountain. So that gives you an idea that it's about information. The more information you give, the more knowledge, that like educating the people about what's going on and what the left have been doing. You see, they really have negative cards. There's nothing, it's clear they're not in a good shape, and it's a breakdown, and it's definitely an attack to them by the right side here, to bring back something that is much more loyal to the country, the way the country was, created, bring it back to its original. You see, in the House of Dog, we've got the child. So bring it back to its original by using definitely a lot of debating about, and bringing clarity, because the 4 cards in the center here is saying through all this information that is going to be clarifying it, people are going to end up seeing who are the rats in the house, okay? And they're here. And every time I read about Kamala, I get the really negative cards around her. I mean, that's what the Grand Tableau is telling me all the time. I can't, avoid this. And you see, the solution is to take the key back from, and in the House of Fish, you see, through all this very witty way ads and everything. They really are powerful ads, what they're doing. They're going to go at the heart of, like, the souls of the people that are patriots, or the people that want to be proud Americans. You can see that they're bringing, at the top, you've got the heart on top of Trump here. That he's at war, and he's making sure that, you're going to end up like knowing this information. He's cutting down to it. It's like cutting down right at just like, I'm going to like make sure that, you're going to vote for, but you're going to be informed about this, because you're going to have to be informed using information, or like people are going to end up like sending information to each other. You see it, because this is the clover, and in the House of Letter, let's go see where the letter is. And that on top of it, you've got the gift. There's some very positive cards around here. And in the House of Lady, you've got the ship. And obviously, in the House of Ship, we've got the public. I think the public are just basically sail away, Kamala. In my other readings for Kamala, she kept saying sail away, and then you got the sail away. They're removing it. They're removing the public. I think they're going to remove it. And they're not going to say it. They kind of keep it very mystery who wants to vote for Trump. But I think they're going to be convinced about that. It looks like the House, in the House of Key, it will be taken back by, or, the consciousness and the people that are going to be sort of listening to the wise words, because they're here. You see, we've got the fox and the House of Lily. So you have the fish here. Just that's the Trump team, and they're actually at the top of it. I have a feeling behind it. That means they're actually the white hats there. They're going to take the key back, and their goal is to again be unified, like it's a marriage again, and that's going to end up being legalized in a way because we got the letter. And they're going to work at making it illegal. Like, they're going to cut at They're gonna, you see, even just having him, where's he pointing, is just to make everything, the election, much more trustworthy, you know, by obviously they're gonna bring the conversation to dig out the, in the House of Book, all the mystery behind all this election. So there's a little bit of that is getting worked here on this side. It's about the elections, how the elections are done, but they're bringing clarity because you see, this is the man in the House of Gentlemen. You've got the scythe, and he's over there, and it's about bringing clarity. He's got the sun on top of it. This is a successful point. The goal that they're doing is to clarify what's been kind of hidden, you know, because the book, it's always mystery. So there's a mystery behind the elections that is, because you know, the clover is the elections. You see, people are gonna have to sort of because in the House of Clover we got the heart. They're gonna have to start understanding at the heart of it, this is what's about how the elections might have been manipulated, because we got the fox. And that's the gift also from the right, by really using a lot of force to take down the left side. There's dysfunctional. They have negative cards. They're going to end. They're already probably part of the game of ending all this. This is an exposure thing. You got the sun in the center. It's an exposure to show you how it got broken down in the United States, how it's been, there's an enemy in the house, and it's not for the people. And then a lot of it is probably more based corporation forces and families that are behind all this. And I think that people are starting to understand that. So the United States here has two forces. You've got the man in the House of Scythe, and he's there right here, and the lady's moving away. That's the left. They're getting sort of, they're going to be breaking down completely. And this all going to be about the election, how it's been manipulated. Anyway, this is the United States, and really at the root of this is about recreating, you know, a healthier, because you see, we got in the House of Tree, the star, a healthier country. Okay, hopefully you like this. Thank you.